Alright, here I am at the Lennon Road railroad crossing here in Lennon, Michigan. Now this railroad crossing right here is another rather classic setup owned by the Huron and Eastern Saginaw branch, or the Saginaw subdivision as I called it in the past, formerly owned by Grand Trunk Western. And yep, there's 701 in the distance. Yeah, so me and the boys are out here again, once again, near the Durand area, and me and them decided to catch HESR 701 at this particular crossing, which has a really neat setup in itself for what it is. And per se, it's basically like, you know, more leftovers and stuff from the Grand Trunk Western era. So I guess with all that said, I'll explain as I go on. So with that said, let's get to it. So for the first signal, this has a WRS clamp-on style base. And here's the emergency information and the dot number. Dot number is 283091N. And if you look up here on this mast, there's a couple of older dot tags. One of them is an old Central Michigan dot tag with the same dot number. And I believe an old Grand Trunk Western dot tag used to be up here somewhere. I believe that's where it was mounted. And for the lights on this one, this has 1.5 pairs of WRS cast iron 8-inch lights and one Western Cullen Hayes 8-inch light, all sitting on a WRS light bracket. Yeah, this is definitely like an old 60s WRS mast signal. And for a bell, this has a Western Cullen Hayes mechanical bell. I believe this is a 3rd or 4th generation. It looks like it's been recently put here. Yeah, Huron and Eastern uses all kinds of different bells for replacements on their crossings, which is kind of neat. But yeah, that was the first signal. Pretty neat stuff. Really glad to see that they kept the classic setup here. And also they put a mechanical bell here to keep the classic vibe to replace the other bell that may have died here. So yeah, with that said, let's go on to the second signal, which is more original than the first. So for the second signal, which is kind of similar as well, this has another WRS clamp-on style base. And here's emergency information once again. And if you look up here, there's an old Grand Trunk Western dot tag. This one's made out of paper though. And maybe, I believe there was an old CMGN dot tag. Sorry about that. I accidentally stopped my video because my thumb slipped, but yeah. And for the lights, this has 1.5 more pairs of WRS 8-inch lights, cast iron, and one WRS 8-inch light, newer style. And these are all sitting on a WRS light bracket. And for a bell, this has another Western Cullen Hayes mechanical bell, but this one's a 1st gen, as you can see. 1st gen mechanical bell. So yeah, pretty neat stuff. This crossing has 2 mechanical bells. Oh, I forgot one thing to do is to shake the crossings to see what the bells sound like. So here's what the first one sounds like. All right. Yep, kind of has that sound of an old WRS mechanical bell. But yeah, that right there was the Lennon Road railroad crossing here in Lennon, Michigan. Here's a relay case, which looks brand new. Looks like they just put that there. But yeah, there's one mechanical bell. Now let's check out what the other one sounds like. So here's the other one. This one's obviously way newer, so it's probably easier to shake. Okay, yeah, this is probably not safe to shake because if you look right here, one of the light bracket arms are screwed up. So yeah, let's not shake this one. But yeah, that was Lennon Road. Now let's go to take a look at the track view. Down there is heading north towards another crossing on, I believe, Sheridan Road, which has a newer setup like GS Type 3s, LEDs, and Western Cullen Hayes gate mechs. And down there is heading south towards another crossing at Lytle Street. I believe this is Lytle Street. And this direction heads back towards Durand, and this direction head towards Bay City and Saginaw. And if you look right here, there's an old, this crossing right here indeed used to be double tracked, even though the 2 track signs are still up. Geez. You can see that the second track is very, very derelict. It does not get used anymore. It used to go right here for this grain silo or this grain elevator, but obviously they probably only take truck service now. They haven't had a train run on the second track in at least a couple of decades. But yeah, I guess all that said, oh, there's a tractor over there. Yeah, this is in a small town. Really neat stuff, really cool scenery, and I decided to tour it after I caught 701 through here. So with that said, this was the Lennon Road railroad crossing in Lennon, Michigan. Pretty neat stuff. I'll have to get this in action again sometime soon and maybe upload the video I just took separately, but for now, over and out.